Hello everybody, Wade here, Excel Painting Contractors, your painting experts. And today we're going to talk about bubbles on existing paintwork and what might cause that. Let's get into it. So this is a subject that is littered with potential minefields because bubbling paint on over existing paintwork is quite common, and there are a multitude of reasons why that can be. So I'm going to do a series a little further down the track that's going to be on YouTube because I can't do it here. This is just a few minutes, and some of these problems take a lot more explanation, and I can do a better job of that with a bit more time up my sleeve. So, but I'm going to go into the basic reasons that could cause it. So you've got three potential, there's more than three, and look, there's 1,000 explanations out there by 1,000 different people telling you what could be happening. This is my understanding of it, and through my experience, what I've learned over the years. You've got your roof, the roof line, whether it's your roof or wall, so you've got your substrate. Then you've got the product that's gone over that substrate, then you're introducing the new product. So you've got three potential failing points. So on an existing roof, for instance, let's say a long run iron, galvanized iron roof. Under the original paintwork, there could be rust, there could be oil, soils, any debris that wasn't picked up the first time round, and you've bought the house, the paint's 15 years old, and it hasn't really shown up. Then you go and introduce a new paintwork over it. So now where those soils or that failing is sitting there, basically like a sleeping giant waiting to be awakened. You go and put new paint over the top of it, and then it expands and contracts through the day with getting warm and getting cool, because roof paints or exterior paints, most paints or all paints are latex based for these substrates. So they expand and contract with the substrate. But if there's something that's rigid under it, then it's going to basically pull and expand and contract on that area, and eventually it's going to delaminate it from the substrate. So it could delaminate from their paintwork, which typically means that if the new paint's gone on there, that hasn't been cleaned properly. But if it pulls right back to the original substrate, then it's not a failing from the painter, because it's actually keyed to the paint that it was meant to key to. But what it's done is it's pulled the old paint off the original substrate, because the original substrate was weak. There was a failing in there. So like I've said in the past, go directly to your painter, go to a manufacturer, get it tested to see what's causing the bubble to start with, whether it's air trapped in there, moisture, dirt, rust, or a failing of some sort, and discover what it is that is the potential issue before trying to resolve it. Because if you don't resolve it, then it's just going to reoccur. If your painter doesn't come to the party and come and help, or it's been a while, or you've done it yourself and you're trying to figure out why it's causing it, again, go to your manufacturer, ask for their help. Failing that, you can contact me, and we actually can come out and have a look at it for you. We are going to go through a similar process. We'll do some tests ourselves, but if we can't find that, then we're going to go to a paint lab tech and ask them to see if they can diagnose it. So normally if it comes down to the bubble is on the substrate, so whether it's a small, tiny little, not much bigger than a match head, or the size of your hand, and it seems to lift it up, if you cut that away and it's down to the original substrate, then you've got to identify whether there's moisture in there, rust, and where it's come from. So again, minefield of potential issues, but don't go directly, have a look at your roof and go, my painter's done a rubbish job, and ring up angrily. First, keep calm, have a conversation with them, say, please can you come and have a look at it, I'm not sure what's going on, and work through it that way. Work your way back. Go from your painter to your manufacturer, then look for outside help. If your painter is part of master painters, then you've got recourse. So if there is a failing and it has happened because of the painter, then master painters will help support you and the painter to resolve that issue. If the paint gets to a certain age, your contractor should be basically telling you that you need to strip your house. and that's going to be my next video, is basically when your house gets to the point that it's you shouldn't really put new paint over it because it's too old, then how do we find that out, and how we go about making sure that doesn't happen again. So